Okay, y'all, we got another video today, and it is an astrology video. We got the year of the tiger. So, what are tigers? What are the traits that signify, define what a tiger is? It's their strength, their physical power strength, right? Most of them are physically strong. Um, they exercise evil. That means where evil exists, they try to get rid of it. They're brave. They have braveness. They're down to earth people, right? Um, they have confidence, indomitable fortitude, and they can even be, you know, competent leaders. You know, the right ones can, right? And these are the traits of the tiger. Think of, the tiger's strong as fuck. Like if you think about a tiger for a second, the real animal, you don't want to be caught outside with the tiger around. You were done, right? They've already spotted you. They know what they're going for. They're going for your neck. Like they know this shit. Like you, it could have been sitting there watching you for a while. Not even just like it sees you, so it's gonna attack. No, they're stealthy too. They could have been sitting there for a minute, and then they decide, you know, boom. And it is like that when they attack. People are kind of like that too. Some more than others. Now there's 5 types. Remember, we're gonna go over the years um, of tiger. So the year of the black tiger or the water tiger. That is from February 5th, 1962 to January 24th, 1963. And that is the water tiger or the black tiger. Now we got the green tiger. The green tiger is born from January 23rd, 1974 to February 10th, 1975. And those are the green tigers or the wood tiger. We have the fire tigers. We got them. Their dates are February 9th, 1986 to January 28th, 1987. Then we got the brown tigers. They're basically a year older than me, all right? January 28th, 1998 to February 15th, 1999. And they are brown tigers or earth tigers. White tigers are the youngest. These are young children still, as of this video. Born February 14th, 2010 to February 2nd, 2011. But they will be adults soon. So they ain't really little kids, but they ain't adults yet. They will be, soon enough. So what is the traits of these tigers? How can you distinguish them, besides just the 12-year age gap between all these tigers, which are pretty obvious. But if certain people have the ability to look young when they're old, or some people look older than what they actually are. So this is how you can tell. The black tiger, the ones born in 62, most of them are born in 62, right? These tigers have self-esteem, strong sense of self-esteem, right? And they have the ability to learn. See, water is fluid, and don't they try to dive in and understand other perspectives, and that's what this type can do. See, they were born in 62 though. These type of old people, All right. Now you got some other people who are kind of old. You know, you kids would probably call them old. See, they were born in 1974. I got them at, they're green tigers, right? Or wood tigers. These people are compassionate. They are expansive and open, open to possibility. When I like, and I know this, right? They might agree with me on this. Like, you know, there's a difference between open-mindedness and just being like susceptible to like everything, or letting yourself, you know, just go anywhere. You know, open-mindedness is still having some sense, right? Not going off the rails, seeing things like real things that other people may not be open to seeing. That is open mindedness. That other shit is senselessness. They don't do that, right? Now, some of them might be that, though. Some of them might be fucking like that. You gotta, like, know. There's red tigers. These are red tigers. They're almost old, too. Like, they were born in '86. They're almost 40. They probably wouldn't say that, though, because, see, this is their personality. They're optimistic, independent, and they have poor self control. They basically act like children. Now, what are the cool and other things, man? It's like this. These motherfuckers, are independent. That's something you gotta, be, a little bit proud of. They don't have to depend on other people, or they would not like to depend on other people. Will say that when they don't have to, they don't fucking do it. They just don't. Optimistic, that's a good thing, right? They can uplift people. That's what that means. But a poor self control, hey man, you know, some of these tigers might not be great leaders depending on other placements, but they'd probably be good leaders if they ain't, you know, their self control is, worked on. Like I said, these people are now 40 this year, turning 40 this year, right? These red tigers gotta like understand that they're older now. They're not children no more, so they actually have to be like that. These brown tigers who are a year older than me, they're like 28. Let's say, cool. These brown tigers are earth tigers, right? So they're adventurous, realistic, because that earthly quality, they can see shit for like what it is. Adventurous still, reliable, or, you know, realistic, because they see what's really there. And they have strong faith in themselves and others. That is the characteristics of a brown tiger born in '98. The year before I was born. That's how these people are. Now, the white tigers are the young ones. They are not adults yet. They're the babies, essentially. If you want to think about it that way. These are like this. Here's how it shakes down for them. The females are very enthusiastic, full of energy and all that shit, right? The males can be indecisive and stubborn, but they have a sense of strength still because they are tigers. That stubbornness comes from a place of wanting to be stable, wanting to be heard, understood. They want stability. They want something that's a sure thing. They'll be stubborn if they have to be. The indecisiveness comes from, seeing the possibilities and just not knowing which to stick to. They're either the like one way and they're fixed on one thing and you can't tell them what to do, or they're indecisive on whether this or that. And then the females, they're just really enthusiastic. Now we come to the careers of these tigers. The best careers for you tigers are ad agents. That means creating advertisements, right? Office managers, travel agents, actors, writers, artists, pilots, flight attendants, musicians, and comedians, and also chauffeuring. Any of those, type of jobs you can consider. Some of you may have already had these type of jobs, you know, and that, you may have liked it or, whatever. You know what's going on. Some of you. The lucky traits of a tiger, lucky things about a tiger. Your lucky numbers are 1, 3, and 4. Your lucky days are the 16th and the 27th of every month. The lucky colors being blue, gray, and orange. Lucky flowers, yellow lily and cineraria. I don't even know what the fuck that is, honestly. Not gonna lie. But the yellow lilies are too. Lucky directions, though. Pure cardinal directions. East, north, and south. East, north, and south are your lucky directions. Your lucky months are the third lunar month, which is March 22nd to April 20th. The seventh lunar month from July 23rd to August 23rd. The 10th lunar month from October 23rd to November 22nd. Now, the unlucky traits of a tiger, unlucky things for you, are these numbers. The unlucky numbers of 6, 7, and 8. The unlucky days being the 1st, the 4th, the 5th, and the 11th of every month. The unlucky colors are brown. The unlucky direction is southwest. If you're a tiger, you might want to think twice before flying southwest. You know, you might have a bad experience. It might just be something as like people don't treat you well when you're flying. You don't like the sitting experience, or they don't handle your baggage right. That kind of shit. Especially if it's in your day period. Watch out for flying southwest. You might want to consider other shit. If you're one of these animals. When it comes to, when it comes to unlucky months, though, it's the first lunar month, January 23rd to February 20th. It's the first lunar month. That's a month that's unlucky. The fourth lunar month, which is April 20th to May 21st. The fifth lunar month, which is from May 21st to June 22nd. And then the 11th lunar month, 11/23, November 23rd to 12/21, which is December 21st. You guys, actually have 4 months that are unlucky. 3 numbers consecutively that are unlucky. But you are also got pure directions. Like you can go straight north, and that's the direction you could face. Certain things in your home: north, east, south. West is not unlucky, but southwest specifically. You watch out. Like for you tigers who are born the year of the tiger or the day of the tiger specifically, watch out for that. Watch out for southwest. But other than that, that's an animal right there. Be cool, calm the corner, and I'll have us rabbits. And I'll talk about the rabbits on Friday. And then next Sunday, we'll talk about the dragons.